Hey guys, so let's talk today about how you can advance your career during these weird times. Because obviously, we don't have the same type of career opportunities that we used to have. You know, there's more opportunity for networking, for getting your face out there in person, when you're able to go to conferences, when you're able to be at meetings and show your face and speak and share your ideas in person. And that is not the same thing as when you're, in Zoom meetings, or when you are just sort of sending emails back and forth. And so a lot of people are finding that they put themselves in this situation this year, or even last year, where they're kind of getting stuck waiting. And that's the worst thing you can possibly do. When you're trying to just play it safe, when you're trying to just hang on to the job that you have, just make it through these uncertain times, you're in survival mode. And as soon as you're in survival mode, your life is hanging on the edge of a thread, right? That's where if you get laid off or something like that, that's it. You don't have other opportunities waiting for you. So you always want to be one of those people who's excited about their jobs, who is excited to get out of bed in the morning. You love the work that you're doing. You're proud of the paycheck that you're getting, and who also has always other open doors, so that you always have other options, and you're never one of these people who's in survival mode. So here are a couple of ways that you can advance your career even during a lockdown situation, or even during a situation where things are very much uncertain at work, where a lot of projects might be paused and you feel like there's no momentum and you feel like there are no open doors. If you know how to look, you're going to be able to find the doors that are opening, because what's happening right now is we have such a unique opportunity where, as always, in a time of crisis, there's always new opportunities that emerge. But it's so easy to close your eyes and go, okay, things don't look the same way that they did before, and so that means I'm just stuck. I need to wait it out. And that's the worst thing you can do. You want to be opening your eyes to all of the new opportunities that are emerging. Otherwise, what's going to happen is those opportunities are going to pass you by. And as we enter the new job market, you're going to find that you are getting left behind. You're getting the jobs that nobody else wants. You're not getting the new emerging jobs, right? Like, these new emerging jobs are only for the people who are ready to open their eyes and who are ready to do things a little bit different and take advantage of those opportunities. So the number one thing that you can do during this period, and maybe some of you have started to do it already, but it's to really reflect on what it is that you want. What is your purpose? What is that one thing that you care about, that is like your mission in life, the thing that you love to do? Like, it's worthwhile putting your work and your soul and your productivity into this project. It's worth it for you. It makes sense. What is that one thing? Because people who have a mission, they are not like other regular people. They are people, you can see it in their eyes, you can see that they're passionate, and these are people who obviously get better positions and who advance a lot more in their careers, while of course being happier and more fulfilled about it. And they also get paid a lot more money. So if you still haven't found that focus, if maybe your focus from the last 10 years is not the same as what you want your focus to be in the future, now is the time to get clear on that. There's no point in trying to make advancements if you don't even know where it is that you're going. So the number one thing is to really make sure you really know concretely that direction, which is of course going to be that perfect marriage between your past history. It's not about giving up all your experience and starting anew. It's about leveraging everything you've already done and you already know how to do into that new direction. And of course that should be aligned with what you care about and aligned with your skill set and what you're good at. When I work with my clients, we have a special process for this. It's called the 10 days to go from ideas to clarity. And this is where we take all of their jumble of many, many ideas, and maybe I could do this and start a business and this and that, and maybe I could, get a promotion, or maybe, and people tend to have a ton of ideas but no direction. So it's a process to actually take you from there to knowing this is your purpose. And as soon as they get clear on that, so many new doors start to open up to them, because they have focus. So that's the first thing you can definitely do during this time. It's a great thing to do when you have some time alone. So when you have a few less meetings, when you're not in the office as much, when you have less outings even with your friends, as much as we love our friends, they can be distracting from yourself and what it is that you really want. So it's a really, really great opportunity to actually get quiet and get extremely clear on what it is that you want, what is your focus going to be. And this doesn't need to take a ton of time. I know there are people who go and they spend years trying to find themselves and all this kind of stuff. It's not like that. Have a process for it where you know that on day 1, I'm going to do this, day 2, I'm going to do that. And by the end of the process, usually should not take more than about a week. You should know what is your purpose, what is your direction. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we have a lot of people these days who are starting side hustles. And it's such an important point to know that this option is available to you because, as much as there's a lot of these people going, I'm going to start my own business, and then they're not really serious about it, and they don't even really know how to do it, and they think it's just a case of jumping online and maybe doing these kind of videos or something, and all of a sudden you're going to have a business. And of course, it's usually a lot more complicated than that. I know it was for me for sure. But again, once you have your purpose, if you're really clear about what that side hustle is and you have a very solid plan of action, there's no reason not to get started now. Like, this is the perfect timing. I'm seeing people all over the place starting online businesses, things that they can even do at the same time as their regular job, so that they have that additional source of income. So they have other things that they can do. Like my client Hillary, for example, she created this amazing 3-pronged career where she has her contract job, then for her creative side, she started her jewelry business, and then she's also doing CV reviews and stuff like that online. So you can create. Nobody is there to tell you that you have to have this one job and that's it. You can actually create a side business, and then that could even become bigger than your regular job, and you could end up going in that direction, or not, or you can maintain both, and you don't have to choose one or the other. So, there's all these different options these days, and it's so important to know that those options are out there for you. And once you get clear on which one of those scenarios is the right one for you, you need to go for it, right? And this is the perfect time to actually be creating those things, especially anything that runs online. This is the perfect time to be starting those kinds of projects. So those are 2 ideas, like to really, really get clear on your direction. Think about starting that side project you've been thinking about. Like, there will not be a better time than right now to start these things that maybe you've had on the back burner for a long time. If you don't end up starting it during lockdown, you never ever will. So now is really, really, really the time to do it. And I think part of that as well is to think about, what does work actually mean to you? And it kind of goes with point number 1, but it's so important to redefine, because when we're running around into the office and we're like chickens with our heads cut off sometimes. We're just running from meeting to meeting, going through the motions, and you don't take that opportunity to just step back and think about, what am I doing here? What's the point? Why am I running around like this? What does this work mean to me? Do I even care about what it is that I'm doing? And it's a really, really good moment now to think about, what is the role I want work to play in my life? Has work just become a source of income and I'm spending most of my life just to pay my bills? Is that what I'm doing here? Or do I want my work to be more meaningful than this? And this is really the perfect time to step back, reflect, get that direction. And then once you have the direction, you can start working on your personal branding, go see what you can do digitally. There's so many opportunities out there right now digitally to improve your presence on social media, get yourself known out there amongst new people. Maybe your network is getting a bit stale and you want to get known by other people who you've never even met before, and you can do that now digitally. So it's also a great opportunity to go ahead and improve your digital presence for the new job market that is emerging, because the new job market market is going to be for the people who are doing this work now during the crisis. The new job market is not going to be they're delivering opportunities to the people who are sitting back in survival mode, waiting for this all to be over. So make sure it's kind of like you need to jump on the bandwagon now before it's too late. Not to be all doom and gloom, but it is extremely competitive out there, and I'm super optimistic. I'm seeing so many amazing opportunities out there, and I'm definitely not in the pessimistic camp, but you need to actually be out there taking action. You need to be committed to being one of those people who's at the top and one of those people who's making things happen. Otherwise, no, like you are going to fade away and just be phased out of the job market, because there isn't room for people who are just in survival mode and just hoping that everything is going to be fine. So as long as you're one of those people, I'm sure if you're watching this, you are one of these people who are committed to taking action, committed to being the best you can be, who are committed to not having just an average, settled, okay, paying the bills kind of a life. As long as you're committed to more than that and you're out there opening those opportunities, improving your digital presence, networking, and making yourself known, building your reputation, then you are going to have some terrific opportunities in 2021. So obviously, if you guys want help with this, feel free to reach out to me. I have an 8-week program where we go through exactly these steps: finding your purpose, figuring out that direction, and then branding yourself towards it, so that at the end of the 8 weeks, you can be getting new job leads for positions which not only pay you what it is that you're worth, but also for work that you would love to do, that gives you that new sense of excitement and enthusiasm for your life again, and has you being one of those people who actually is so excited to wake up for Monday morning, where you're like, yes, Monday, I can't wait to get to work. I had a nice relaxing weekend, but now I can't wait to work on A, B, and C and all these great projects that I love to do. So if you guys want help with that, feel free to send me a message, and otherwise I will see you on the next video. But let me know below, what is it that you plan to do to advance your career during lockdown? What is that one thing that you're committed to doing so that you make sure that your career is not just standing still? You're not just trying to maintain, because we all know that maintenance is like the death. If you're not growing, you're dying. So what is that one thing you're committed to doing to advance your career this year? And I'll see you guys